Hey everyone, it's Schmuckles. Don't mind my hair shook up. Today we're going to talk about Chapter 30 in this crazy teaser season that's been happening this past week with Dead by Daylight. Also, I'm live on Twitch right now streaming Dead by Daylight. Link for that in the description below. If you've been watching my YouTube videos for a long time and haven't swung by Twitch, swing by and say hi. We have a really awesome community over on Twitch. Today on Twitter and YouTube, Dead by Daylight made some posts about Saw. The PTB is supposed to be this Wednesday, so it seems like these Saw posts are timing-wise the right time for teasers for Chapter 30. I think there's a lot of possibilities for why Dead by Daylight could be posting this. I just think it's weird that they're posting all of this so close to the chapter. Unless that PTB date is wrong, it seems like a real possibility that these are teasers for the next killer. I was talking about in the last video the possibility that Kramer could come in as the next killer. A lot of people think that Mark Hoffman would be a fitting killer. He's another possible character from the Saw franchise that could come in for that licensed paragraph. But nobody really knows what to think about this chapter if it actually is going to be a Saw Part 2. I want to quickly list the reasons why Dead by Daylight could be posting these Saw videos. They could potentially be Chapter 30 teasers. They could be teasing a pig rework. They could also be teasing a legendary skin for the pig if they're going to bring in Mark Hoffman as a legendary skin or Kramer. They could be doing some sort of bait and switch thing where they're making us all think that Saw Part 2 is Chapter 30 and then it's not that. One possibility that I actually posted about on Twitter last night, it's possible that DBD is posting all of these Saw related things with the hashtag Saw to leverage the Twitter algorithm to connect with new Saw fans during the trending period of the new film. Something I've noticed about these last two posts is that they don't seem to say anything about Dead by Daylight. Like pretty much it's just showing pictures and videos of iconic things from the Saw franchise. Since Saw 10 came out and that is currently in a trending period on social media, maybe Dead by Daylight is posting these to reach out to new fans in the Saw franchise and kind of showcase, hey, we got this game that has the Saw content in it. We're seeing pictures of the iconic Saw room from the first Saw movie. Dead by Daylight saying, you wake up in this room, what do you do? It doesn't say anything related to Dead by Daylight in this post. So someone who's getting recommended Saw posts because they're really into the new movie is probably going to have this post from Dead by Daylight come into their feed. And same thing with this little cutscene that they posted today. Possible it's a chapter teaser, but there's a lot of other possibilities too. And then yesterday on Twitter, Dweet tweeted this. He said, goodbye Twitter circle friends, since nobody else will see this, Chapter 30 is Resident Evil Part 3 with Jack Baker Killer. This was yesterday at 10:42 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then a minute later, Dweet said, OMG, I accidentally posted this to my main. It seems like this could be a joke post, but Dweet has also posted about leaks as well, so I just thought this was notable. Something really interesting about the situation is that like Jack Baker and any killers from Saw were not on that satisfaction survey that Behavior released. They released a survey asking us which licenses we'd like to see in this game, and Resident Evil and Saw did not appear on that survey. A survey that they did in the past after they announced the Resident Evil chapter had Resident Evil on the survey. So the survey they did before this one had Resident Evil on the survey even though Nemesis in that chapter was fully announced. That fact right there has always made me think that they were actually getting data if people wanted to see more Resident Evil content in the game. The timeline of that survey was Nemesis was announced for the 5-year anniversary. That survey then came out, had Resident Evil as a possible license on the survey for you to pick, and then Resident Evil Part 2 came into the game. So I always thought Resident Evil was on that survey, kind of asking, do you want more Resident Evil content in Dead by Daylight? Well, the most recent survey did not have Resident Evil on that, nor did it have Saw. So I'm just saying, if Chapter 30 is Saw Part 2, they didn't actually ask for any data or if people wanted to see that on the previous survey. So that makes me question if they would actually bring in Saw Part 2 as a chapter. Initially, the first Saw movies were supposed to be released on October 27th, but instead they released it on September 29th. So I don't know if these tweets were supposed to be timed with that initial release date with Saw 10. That could kind of explain the timing of these tweets if Chapter 30 isn't Saw. I don't know, let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. What do you think is most likely for Chapter 30 at this point? Make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you want to be up to date with all of the Chapter 30 info. I'll definitely post more videos if new information comes out. That does it for this video. Goodbye.